I'm Chris Stone, Senior Lecturer in Tourism Management here at Manchester Metropolitan University, and I teach on our bachelor's degrees and master's degrees and look after PhD students in the general field of tourism management. Carbon literacy, simply put, is an understanding of the various ways in which we, in our individual and national lifestyle, end up causing atmospheric emissions which have been linked to so-called global warming and so-called climate change. So as well as the conventional syllabus for our master's degree students, we've added in some additional material all about the nature of greenhouse gases, how people think climate is likely to change in the future, how we as individuals and as a nation actually impact and make a difference to greenhouse gas production, what's been done already to try and forestall any problems, and how to motivate others too to take action. In addition to their normal study credits, successful students will gain an additional certificate, a carbon literacy certificate, which is itself awarded and certified by an independent charity called Cooler Projects, which they can present to employers, or add to their CV, and give them perhaps a little bit of an edge in the race for jobs. Much of the carbon literacy knowledge and training was already being delivered within the teaching unit, but we added some more material specifically for the carbon literacy project. We worked with the Cooler Projects charity, one of their representatives, who discussed the current curriculum and advised on additional material which we put into the teaching. They were very helpful and advised us on what we would need to provide a balanced curriculum, education and training on the subject. Every successful student at the end had to make a presentation of two things. Firstly, what they would do or could do as individuals to reduce their own so-called carbon footprint, and secondly, something focused on their workplace. We conducted a brief survey to find out how well this education and training had gone down with the students, and very simply, most of them said their knowledge had gone from very little to quite a lot. Their attitudes had changed from not particularly interested to very interested in what was, quite a critical subject. And finally, they thought even though their programs weren't primarily about sustainability, although some of the teaching was, they thought that carbon literacy was important for perhaps all university programs rather than just their own. We all know that so-called greenhouse gases and climate change are a pretty contentious issue, and all the students had views on the matter, and we had some really good discussions with all sorts of viewpoints being aired. I think I enjoyed that the most, and I think the students did too.
Thank you for watching this Good Practice Exchange film. You can find lots more teaching ideas and resources on our website.